Hi everyone, I welcome you all with a very big heart on Let's Talk. My name is Hridhaan. In today's lesson, I'm going to be giving you a mantra, a funda that you can use to employ in any question that is asked to you on IELTS speaking test. Now, in today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on certain questions. I have 3 questions here, and I have 3 different answers that I've written for each one of you. All we have to do is read the questions, read the answers, and finally decide which answer is correct. With all that, we'll continue writing certain strategies as we go about it in terms of knowing what to answer and how to answer, and most importantly, what also not to answer. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Question number 1 in the list is, do you work or study? A very important question, a very common question as well. I've taken this question from the video that I uploaded about commonly asked questions. Do you work or study? Answer 1. Person A says, work, and smile. Do you work or study? Candidate says, work, and smiles. Correct? Incorrect. We'll decide that in a bit. Second person says, I work as a manager in Mumbai. Okay, nice. Looks like a good answer. Third person says, I'm a working professional. I work as a manager in Mumbai at the British High Commission. Interesting. Which one would you choose if you had to choose one? Well, the correct choice of answer should be the third candidate. I work as a working professional. I work as a manager. I'm a working professional. I work as a manager in Mumbai at the British High Commission. Why is number 1 not correct? Why is candidate 1 is wrong in this for this question? Because it is a one-word answer. Generally, people who are really nervous, generally people who feel really underconfident, even if they're very fluent in English, they end up speaking one-word answers. So it is not right to speak like this. That is not correct. It is also, if you see, I work as a manager in Mumbai. Not that this answer is wrong, but this answer could have had a lot more details to it. For example, where do you work at? How long have you been working there for? The person has said that the company is in Mumbai, but what is more important, the company, the place that you work at, or the city that you work in? Well, the first thing that comes is the city that you work in, and then where that city particularly is. In the third answer, the candidate has spoken about first, I work, and the candidate has chosen to use a very nice vocabulary expression for it, and that is, I am a working professional. The candidate has not copy-pasted the question like the examiner, just as what the examiner said. Do you work or study? I work. The candidate changed it and engineered it and said, I am a working professional. That looks good. That adds a lot of value to the answer because you have used a new vocabulary. The next thing that the candidate has done is spoken about what he does, what city it is, and what organization is it that the candidate works with, and that is the British High Commission. That makes it a nice answer. But this answer could be better as well. You can talk about how long have you been working there for. You can also talk about, do you enjoy working there? All of these pointers are important and related to the question. These are just extra details that you're putting in relation to the question. So the first strategy is, number 1, do not give short answers. Do not give one-word answers. One-word answers. Let's move on to the second question, second tip, and the second tip is, do not give one-word answers. Number 2, add details related to the topic. Add extra details related to the topic. That was number 2. This takes us to the second question in the list. Who all are there in your family? Again, a very commonly asked question. In this, candidate 1 says, 5 people, my parents, 2 sisters, and me. Okay, fine, looks good. Second person says, we are 5 members in my family. Okay, my parents, 2 sisters, including me. Interesting, looks good. This one looks good as well. Third one says, we are a nuclear family. It includes my parents, sisters, and me. We don't live together. We used to live together. I miss my family. Probably the person got really emotional in the third answer. The third answer you would see is expanded, which is what we talked about in the second tip. The answer is expanded. The person has chosen to write a lot of details related to the topic, but if you see and if you observe closely, these are unnecessary details. The person has become slightly emotional, which is absolutely all right, but unnecessary details. For example, I miss my family. The question is about who all are there in your family. You have to basically describe, is it a nuclear family or is it a joint family system, etc. We don't live together still works, but we used to live together is just the negation of what the person said. We don't live together. So the third candidate basically adds a lot of information, adds a lot of tries using new vocabulary, which is nuclear family, which is a good thing, but basically adds unnecessary information, extra but unnecessary information. We have to keep that in mind, that we need not know unnecessary information. No unnecessary information. Information only related to the question. Information only related to the question. Let's come to the second candidate. We have 5 members. The person has chosen to answer the question differently. The person has said 5 members. Nice vocabulary, nice choice of words, nice fashion of words coming together. My parents, 2 sisters, and including me. The candidate can also add more information in this. There is nothing wrong in that. But if I have to choose one as one of the best answers out of these 3, I would choose the second one in the list because it is short. That's one problem in this, but it is still better than first and second. First one is quite direct. 5 people not working. My parents, 2 sisters, and me. We always have to speak complete sentences, no one-word answers. This takes us to the 4th tip. Always use complete sentences. Complete sentences as you answer the question. So first one is wrong. Second one is better than first and third. And third one is wrong as well because of unnecessary details digressing from the topic which are not important. Doesn't look professional. Let's quickly move to the third question and understand the tips and the tricks that we can use out of this. Do you like cooking? Interesting question. The person can as well say, the examiner can as well say, do you like shopping, cooking, exercising, jogging, etc.? The first person says yes or says no. And that is the answer. Short, not even short. It's like a one-word answer that does not seem to exist. Second person says yes, I enjoy cooking a lot. Okay, interesting. The third person says, thank you for the question. This is the first sentence. The candidate seems to be quite confident as the candidate answers this question. Thank you for the question. I love cooking. I cook just about every day. I sort of like to cook Indian cuisine more than any other kind. This is quite an interesting answer, my friends. Those of you who are sitting for IELTS and your exams are approaching, your interview is approaching, I'd like to tell you that The interesting use of phrases and vocabulary really raises your score. So, the fifth tip in the list is use interesting phrases or vocabulary. Or I'll just write vocab here for you guys to save time. Interesting use of phrases and vocabulary. Thank you for the question. I love cooking. The person has answered it in a different way, notwithstanding using just yes and no. And the person has added extra details as well. I cook just about every day. How often does the person cook? And what does the person like to cook? These two questions are the ones that the candidate has answered in this answer. First one, as you know, is already wrong because it's really short. Second one is, yes, I enjoy cooking, is short. Not really short, but short. The candidate could as well have added a little more details in that. And the third one is absolutely perfect. The third one seems to be the epitome of all the answers that you have to the manner in which you have to render all the answers. It includes, it does not have one words. It has given extra details that are related to the topic. It has no unnecessary information. The candidate has used complete sentences. And finally, the candidate has also used interesting phrases and vocabulary. It's always a good idea to politely say thank you for the question. That's one extra tip that I'd like to give you today as you answer the question. I hope this video helps you in understanding how to answer any question that comes on your IELTS speaking test and makes you comfortable and confident and fluent, most importantly, as you answer any question. Thanks for being with me on this video so far. And if you like the video, I would like each one of you to please press the like button and also to subscribe to my channel if you are new. I'd really appreciate that. God bless and may all your dreams come true.